everyone, I'm Lynx4 and welcome to Erusal, an experience by jackpris.com. I was not given those words to read, but we're gonna move forward and jump. Alright. Now this game, it said in the description, it's just an experience and a story told through, I guess, notes and letters that we're gonna find. I don't really want to go there. I'll press F to activate your flashlight. I'm going to go in here first. E to pick up a note. Escape opens your menu. Read notes there. Oh, so I have to read notes in the menu? That's kind of weird. Journal. Notes. What's going on? The thing I remember is, tearing up in a sweet valley on my quad, and now I find myself waking up on the top of the mountain. My chest hurts. Maybe that's something to do with all this. Across the valley, I can see someone. Are they digging? Is that a grave? That's not for me, is it? I have to get out of here. Today I found a Kathy pregnant. Blah, blah, blah. I guess I can get myself together. I'm going to be a father now, so I need a job. Baby needs clothes and foods. I'm going to have to support Catherine, and we'll have to move in together and get married. And there's so much to do. I'm going to have to find a job. I don't want to work in the mine because those guys have a really bad cough. That can't be healthy. So I could work with my dad as a mechanic. I'm going to have to spend more time there watching the things he does. It's late, so I better rest up for tomorrow. The rest of my life is starting after all. This is 1966. That's not, now. So how do you, okay. So that's kind of weird that I have to open up the menu to read the notes in the journal, but I guess that's what we'll be doing. And I got a few more notes up here. That's one. I kind of like the music. It's a little bit, like, creepy, but not too creepy. So let's read the next two. Finally, after 3 whole weeks of pestering him, my dad gave me a job. That took a while. I'm his own flesh and blood, and he worries like that. Whatever. I'll be a mechanic for a while until Dad retires, and then I'll be my own business. Then it's smooth sailing. Stewart's Mechanics will become David's Awesome Auto. That's a much better name. Then I can hire someone else to be a mechanic and ride out the rest of my life. In the meantime, Dad is taking me hunting this weekend. Our hunting trips are pretty fun, but he is probably going to give me life lessons and war stories the whole time. Boy, do those get old fast. He was cozy and safe in his tank the whole time. So the stories sound like a history lecture from school. I guess it's good to make my dad happy, but listening to his stories though, he did just give me a job after all. I noticed today how grown Burnett is. Okay, so that's 20 years later, and Burnett, I think, is the daughter. I may have to start sitting on my porch, cleaning my gun, so all the boys in town know how to keep their hands off my daughter. Both me and my dad got married due to unplanned babies, but I hope that happened to my daughter. Won't happen to my daughter. Kathy sure has been good to me lately. She made my favorite dinners every night this week. She has been smiling a lot more too. I'm glad she is finally out of the funk her parents left her in. It has been 4 years ago since they passed away. That seems like a long time to me. But then again, both my parents are still walking around. Dad still hasn't given me his business, but I'm making a decent amount of money, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so this game really is a story told through notes, and I have a feeling I'm going to be reading a lot. So just, I mean, I've read a lot just first few minutes, so I think you should, know how this is gonna go. If you don't want to listen to me for the length of however long this video is, you can tell how long. I don't know how long it's gonna be. Then you go ahead and click on one of my other videos, and not a different video, but that's okay if you want to, but I don't know. And where else am I gonna go? I can't really go up there. So this is really a dead end, a bridge that kind of sort of broke. I did want to go to that little cabin. I don't know. I don't really see any more notes. I don't see what's the matter with them either. I mean, yeah, they're all happily ever after, basically. So there has to be some notes somewhere. Let me head into the forest. I don't know. I thought I would have to go that way. This place is actually pretty big. And it looks like there's a path going all the way down. All the way over there. So maybe I'll be able to go all the way over there? I don't know. Let me just continue on this path until I find something. Maybe a note, or a monster, or something, or another cabin. I can find another cabin. I couldn't go into the other one, but I went to that one and this one. Now, we last left off 1986 on that last note. I don't know if this takes place during our time. That would put us 60 years almost after, more than that, than those notes. Maybe it's Bernice, the daughter. Let me pick up whatever notes are in this place, and then I'll start reading them. So let me see if there's any more notes up here. Hi! Is this your house? I did not expect to see anybody else here. Oh, you're gone. Okay. Alright. Okay, well, let's go ahead and read these notes. I don't know what's going on with that person. This is Magnus. So that was David we read before. This is Magnus, 1945. I think this is the father that he was talking about. Judy is pregnant. My hands tremble as I write these words. It's a little bit small for me to read. But out of fear and out of excellence, I was in the mind of my little girl was still just that, huh? But today she came to me and revealed she has become a woman. 17 is old enough to have a child, I suppose. Lord knows the minors I employ don't wait that long, so I can be grateful she has kept away from them. My reputation may take a bit of beating, but the fallout is manageable. The boy himself has gusto. His name is Stuart. Stuart. Alright. And he has just returned as a veteran of the Second Great War. Actually, I think this is a grandfather of David, and the father is Stuart. From the stories I've heard, and he seems ambitious. Perhaps I could turn that ambition to my own advantage. He was the mechanic of a tank unit, so perhaps I could start a mechanic franchise through him. He seems passionate enough, and it may be a way to turn the situation to my advantage. The profits from that, the coal mine, and the bank I operate will make me very comfortable indeed. Think about it now brings a smile to my face. When I first heard the news of my daughter's pregnancy, I was furious, but now I can see the opportunity unfolded before me. Yes, this is definitely the grandfather. Now, this is 1969, 3 years after David had their kid. After so many years, my mechanic franchise venture has gone nowhere. Stuart is a self-obsessed buffoon with no drive for greatness. His one shop is barely profitable, and most of the business comes from servicing the trucks that haul coal from my mine to the train yard. His focus on the past has prevented my adventures for long enough. Business is still good enough for Stuart, Judy, and their son David to live on, but Stuart does not have the ambition I once thought he had. He still talks mostly of the Second Great War and his part in it. I understand his pride, but I do not understand his unwillingness to move forward in life. Judy's indiscretions have cost me over the years. Should have chosen better. Perhaps it's time to rack up this venture as a loss. My coal mine is still very profitable, and I need to focus on addressing the town's safety concerns. Working in the mine is perfectly safe, and it keeps them away from the hot sun after all. They should be grateful that I enable all the cash flow in the town. Without my mine open, they would have to move away from their homes to find jobs elsewhere. Alright, so I guess David going into Stuart's, his father's business, it didn't turn out so well. But let's see, 1984, this is when David's daughter is 18. It seems Junie has finally figured out that her husband is less desirable. Perhaps I will introduce her to my protege, Brad. Brad truly has the ambition I once thought Stuart possessed. Linking our families in the way will deepen his loyalty to me, and I want Judy to be happy after all. If I am to leave my fortune to my daughter, I would prefer that she has a man who can handle it properly. They are nearly the same age too. Very convenient. Alright, that you threw me off for a little bit of a loop right there. You're talking about... Who did you just say? Who did you say? Judy. And Judy is the... Okay. Huh. Judy is the wife, but you said that was your daughter of your son? My boy. The boy himself has got... Okay, so no, so that's just the husband. You're not saying your boy, you're just saying the boy, as if you're referring to the kid. Okay, that was a little bit confusing there for a second, but you're just saying the boy. So you want to find your daughter a new guy, and they're like at least 40 years old at that point. I mean, can you just stay out of their business? I mean, huh? Anyway, and you're like 60 or almost 70 years old, Mr. Grandpa. I think you're just going crazy. Anyway, I guess we're just gonna walk down this entire hill. So let's just do that. I think I see another cabin over there. There's a lot of cabins in here. I think they just live next to each other. You got them living over there, them living over there, and somebody else living over here. It might be another person's story told from another perspective. Maybe it will be this Brad guy that the grandfather brought up. I don't know. I'm hoping that the story pays off and is pretty unique. I really haven't played too many games that have a long story. They're usually very simple. This one seems to have, so far, like 5, 6, 7 different characters, and that's just based off of the little bit. Oh, sorry. I was just looking for notes. I didn't realize you guys were there. You're kind of see-through, aren't you? There's actually no notes in here. That's kind of strange. Want to leave now. Why are you face down and why are you facing me? All right. Gonna leave now. Okay. So no more notes in that place. That was a little creepy and spooky. I really like how this game is turning out. The graphics aren't bad. The story isn't too bad. And this place is kind of big. And there's a lot to explore, and there's little creepy ghosts popping up everywhere. Now all you have to do is bring it all together. One more house of notes, wrap it all up, and give me a good scare, and I'll be happy. And I will say, this is a great game. Did I see something? I don't know if I just saw something. Let's go ahead and go. Where's my flashlight? Oh, there it is. Couldn't see it for a second. Let's go ahead and go into this house. Hopefully. Hi! Oh, you guys are happy sitting on the porch together. That's nice. Okay. I'm just going to go in your house. Everybody seems to be dead. And I'm going to pick up these notes. Activate some music. Sounds a little bit like Minecraft music. It's nice. And we got 2 more notes. So let me pick up these 2 and then we'll get on to reading. Journal. Now we got Judy, which is the daughter of Magnus and the mother of David. 1945. So this is when Judy is pregnant. Tonight I became a woman. With the war hero, Stuart came home from war and had a look in his eyes I could not resist. Mechanics sure do have a way, with their hands. Surely he means to make me his wife now. I have read enough to know. Okay, but if what he doesn't, perhaps my body is all he was after since he's been away for so long. No, I must not think that way. The proper thing for me to do is wait for him to call. And when he does, I must fight the urge to press the matter of marriage. It will be some time before I know if the pregnancy takes. After all, I can build everyone up only to discover that I am hysterical. Yes, I will wait for my beloved Stu to make his move. And then we can begin our lives together. So we're introducing another... Oh, Stewart. Okay, I thought there was another person coming in, but Stewart is just short. Stu is just short for Stewart. 1984, which would be right about this time when the grandfather was trying to find somebody else for Judy. Stewart's demeanor is weighing on me heavily. Nearly 40 years after our marriage. But unlike the wine in my glass, it has not aged well. He still tells stories of bravado in his time in the service, and with his age it has become quite routine. Every time he uses the exact same words, I could recite them along with him, and I do sometimes to interrupt his train of thought and write him up. Thank God for Father and the company of his friends. His protege Brad, a pleasure to talk to. I have seen the way he looks at me too. Oh, what a naughty man. I will see him again tomorrow. There's nothing wrong with sneaking out for better company than the buffoon I am married to. Maybe there is. 7 years later, This is the latest note we have, 1991. Oh, Stuart, you foolish man, how readily you shovel your own demise into your belly. There is something oddly satisfying about the way Stuart has been wasting away over time. The secret ingredient I sometimes put in his meals sure does the job. I can withhold it for a few weeks and see him again back with his energy, or I can give him a higher dose and see him struggle out of bed the next day. I have had quite a bit of fun over the past few months, but it is finally time to end the charade. Stuart will not live to see the sun rise tomorrow, and I could be with Brad, as I was always meant to be. It's funny how life can make twilight so beautiful. I have nothing but happiness ahead of me. No more monotonous stories for me. Farewell, Stuart. Perhaps we will meet again in the next world, but not until after I can finally enjoy this one. You guys are like 60 years old at this point. Seriously. Like, here, 1945, you were pregnant. Now it's 1991. That is, what, 45, 46 years later, and you were pregnant, so add another maybe 20. You guys are in your mid-60s, and you're going crazy trying to kill each other. I mean, come on, you only have 20, 30, maybe 40 years max. And that's old age years? That's the time you just relax. You don't go, like, killing people and risking the ends of your life. I don't know. There's some crazy people. I guess when this family, they get old, they start going a little crazy and killing everybody. That's kind of weird. And the grandfather at this point should be about 80 years old. But they haven't really brought up David again. And his daughter, Bernice. It's kind of like that was pointless, maybe? I don't know. But all we know, all we can make of the story right now, is that Judy killed her husband to be with some other person. Because all he did was tell stories of war times. And was cool with just being a mechanic and owning his own shop and not really striving for more. That's not what should happen. But who knows about 60-year-olds? I don't know, maybe they're crazy. I never really thought that before, but I guess this is what this game is implying. The older you get, the crazier you get. Maybe. We got 2 houses here with a ton of cars parked outside. So let's see why all these cars are here. I'm guessing the 2 people holding hands outside that place was Judy and Brad. And that previously, before I pick up this note, previously we saw a person face down on a table and one of them looking at me. I think that was Judy and Stuart. Stuart was face down and Judy was the one looking at me. Now there's a bunch of cars here. I guess this is the mechanic's place. It could be. And here's another. Let me pick up any notes that is in here. Come on. And let's get to reading these to continue on the story. 1945 Stuart. So now we get to know Stuart's perspective. I kind of do want to know what Stuart was thinking this whole time. Aw, shucks. As it happens, the night I had with Judy after getting home from the war means she's pregnant. Had I known this would happen, I could have cooled my hots for her. I better make a respectable woman out of her, just like my tank pals used to say. If the lady starts a grinning, take her where you're swimming. Huh? It's too bad they sent us home so quick. I miss taking care of my tank. I was the best mechanic in Uncle Sam's army. My tank now. That was a lady I understood. After every skirmish, there was a bolt to tighten or a part to grease. Then Sherry would put her real pretty. Real women don't sound the same as an M4A1 Sherman tank. They smell different too. Not bad, but different. I'm going to have to come up with a job and quick. If only there was a mechanic shop around here. I know I would be a shoo-in for the job. No such luck. Maybe I can work on some sort of machinery in the coal mine. Judy's father, Magnus, owns that operation, so if he doesn't want to split me open like a nut for touching his child, then old man Magnus can use a man of my talents. Okay, so I guess he was really into tanks and mechanics and cars and didn't really care about anything else. And the war really was a good thing for him. Now let's see what happens 1 year, not even 1 year, 4 months, like 3 months and 2 weeks before he was killed. Judy is sure acting odd lately. I still can't understand her motions like I understand the gears in my old Sherman tank. Judy does cook better meals than my army did, though. She has been making more exotic meals recently with some sort of special ingredients. They do a good job at filling my belly, even if I do always feel sluggish afterwards. She isn't so bad, I guess. Our 45 years together could have been a lot worse. I can only hope that David shows better. David. The son. The shop isn't the same since he passed on. Huh. Maybe his home life was happier than mine. I sure do hope so. What do you mean passed on? His son passed away earlier? That would be about 20 years younger than you were, and I don't know. I think I will go visit his grave again tomorrow, yeah. I was just there today, but something was about how easygoing the grave is settles me. I'm going to have to do some repairs on that bridge soon, though. It creaks pretty awful when people walk over it. Someday soon it may fall if I don't take a better look at it soon. Yeah, it does look pretty bad. He never got to fix that bridge because his wife killed him and his son died. So that means Bernice and whoever David was married to, I don't really remember the name at this point, are all alone. I don't know if they come back and play a part of any of this. But maybe they do. Judy just killed Stuart. And maybe the granddaughter and the daughter is really mad at that and come back to kill Judy. And that would be some sort of family relationship they got there. Everybody killing each other. But I see one house way over there, but then we got another path going down here. So I'm not sure. I think we go down that area later. So let me go check what's inside of this cabin and then backtrack and go down there. I think that would be the way we have to go. Or maybe go down there. I don't really like when there's splits in the forest because I know you end up missing something and you kind of have to make a choice, and usually I try to make the choice that the game doesn't want me to make first. And I don't think it would want me to continue on going straight, or maybe it would. I don't know. Whose house is this? Got 3 notes on the table. Let's go ahead and read these. Anybody popping up? Nobody has really popped up. Except for that one. What? I was having music until that one point. Let's see what happened. Jasper. Who's this Jasper guy? Finally, all my work has paid off. At the age of 30, I have become a foreman in Magnus Mines. I suppose Magnus sees the value in having a young guy like me at the top. Some of the older miners are grumbling pretty loud about their jealousy, but there's a reason I have chosen over them. Magnus can still see the value in me. Those fools can keep on grumbling. Alright, bad news today in the mine. A pair of miners went deeper into the tunnel than we had support beams, and they got hurt in a small collapse. Bernie was crushed by a large chunk of the rock coming free. And Tahi was injured too. Those two troublemakers have been doing all kinds of things together lately. With the time miners have put in, they must spend more time with each other than with their wives and children. I know Marge is going to have a fawning over Dahi when he comes home, though. Bless her heart. Magnus was down in the mine soon after the collapse and already promised Dahi an allowance to make up for the wages he lost in getting hurt. It must be good to be related to the boss. Wait, Dahalti is related to the boss? Huh? Let's see. If Dahalti's daughter Kathleen is married to David, Judy's son, that makes Dahalti's Magnus Dunn his grandfather's father-in-law, I suppose. I don't know if there's a better way to say that. They're related. It's the point. And Magnus is completely heartless, or he doesn't want the miners to ununionize, or he doesn't want the state or feds investigating the mine. So Dahalti's daughter Kathleen is married to David, which is his son. But Dahalti, Judy's son, makes I don't know. You can figure that one out. I don't know what the heck they're talking about now. I can't believe it's all over. This is 1982. I've been on this job for 32 years, and I'm forced into retirement from the mine closing. I guess Magnus is getting tired from all the work over the years he had to do to keep it open. first there was a death, and then there was a state work environment investigator people, and now the mine is closed. It's admirable that he was able to keep it open as long as he did, but I guess it's all kaput now. I don't know what the miners will do. Maybe move away? Maybe it wouldn't be a shame for Magnus and his family. They would all be alone then, but there isn't any work other than the mine in Erusal, so maybe that's what it's going to be. I'm moving out for sure. There's nothing left for anybody in Erusal. I guess there's nothing else. The mine's closed. The mechanic place, which relied on the mine, gets no business. So everybody in the town has no jobs. There's nothing really. I don't see anything. Oh! 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 What? The heck? Do I still have the notes? Okay. Somebody just killed me. What? Yeah. I guess everybody left town. But someone is still here. Someone is still after us. We got souls living in the houses. But somebody... Who are we? And who is that person that pushed us, obviously, off the edge and to our death? What the heck? I don't know. I'm having a feeling it's either Judy or Bernice or the wife of David, or it could be Dahati or whoever. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out at this next cabin all the way over here. I don't know why. I wanted to see what's over the edge. It was a nice view. It was a really nice view. I didn't want to get that close to the view, but it was a pretty nice view. Too bad. I'm going to have to probably kill this person later. I don't know. Now I'm a little bit more interested in the story and what's going on at present time. Last we know that was 1991, so if you take 2015, that's 15 plus 9, that's 24 years later. So they should be about in their almost 90 years old for, what's it called? For Judy. I don't think Judy's running around at 90 years old pushing people off of cliffs. So maybe Bernice, which is 40 years younger, so about 50 years old? I don't know. We got another cabin down there, but we got 3 more notes. So let me go ahead and read these notes from Margaret. You're introducing a little bit too many characters, but it is different houses. 1960. Truly, I am the luckiest woman on earth. I am so blessed to have my husband, Doati, look after me and our beautiful daughter, Catherine. Catherine is the wife of David, the grandson of Magnus, and the son of Stuart and Judy. I guess Jasper and Margaret are together. Doty works so hard. I swear he spends more time with the other miners than with me, so he can give Catherine and I all the things we need to live. We need a roof over our head and a food on our plates. What more could a woman want? I hope Catherine will grow to understand how hard her father works for her. She is getting to that age where the devil can take hold. So I hope we are raising her right to appreciate the beautiful life that we have. 15 years later, it must be 18 years now since Bernie died and Dahalti got his injury. Oh, but Dahalti still gets real upset this time of year. He still misses Bernie, I guess. You don't spend most of the day with a friend and then get over him just like that. I hope the Lord can work his love into Dulcie's heart a little sooner this year. This is a lot of reading. I'm getting a little dry in the throat and oh my gosh. But let's go through it. I hate to see him like this. He seems alright living off of Magnus' allowance the rest of the year, but we will always have trouble on February 3rd. I know he cleared up the time for Valentine's Day though. He always has the sweetest surprises. He always does everything right. Always. Terrible news today. The mine has been closed indefinitely by Magnus. What will we do? The miners need jobs after all. But there is no other jobs in Erusal. Maybe Jollity will know what to do. He has not come home yet today, which is odd. Maybe he has planning the future of Erusal with miners. God bless him. Even with his injuries, he can never pull away from the miners. Still, it isn't like him to be away from home so late. Maybe what looks like a tragedy is actually a blessing from the good Lord. If we are forced to move to a new town, then we can see a bit of the rest of the world along the way. I can't remember the last time I was out of Erusal. I'm certainly not getting any younger. Maybe it's just the right time to start a new chapter in our lives. Alright. Okay, side story, I think. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe they're the killers. I don't think so. Maybe the daughter, Catherine, is the killer. Kind of would make sense. But Catherine would be about 60 years old in today's time. And about 40 years old in 1990s. So maybe she's the killer? Or maybe it's just Judy. Judy's the only killer. And this is taking place in like 1992. This could be the whole timeline of this area in 1992. And then it would make real sense. Easy sense. Kind of. Maybe not really. Because the ghost we saw I predicted was Brad and Judy. Which would mean it wasn't. Oh. Oh. Hi. Why'd you do that? No. I'm just gonna read your notes to see what your story was, okay? Oh, don't get near them. Okay, we got three more notes. Let's go ahead and read these. These are from Dalhousie, 1952, before all the incidents happened. I work hard and hope my little Kathy will benefit from it. She is the light of my world. I would do anything for her to have a better life than I did. My papa sent me all his wages on moonshine. My brothers and I suffered awfully for it, but Kathy will live a better life. She deserves what I never had. That smile on her face when I get home from the mines keep me going. Though Marge's cooking does have its share too. Whatever my feelings for Bernie may be, I will work hard for the family. Bernie and I can have our time together in the dark mine and above ground. In the light, I belong to my family. And then 1982, this is about the time where he went off. Actually, this is 2 days later when he went off and was probably never seen again. I don't know. I can't take it no more. Bernie, ever since the day we snuck into the mines together and you got killed, I missed you something awful. My woman cares for me, but you love me as the only other man could. As only another man could, huh? If I could take peace with myself after all these years, then I never will. I can't take it no more. I'll hang myself here in your home so we can be together even sooner. Nothing can take the pain away now that the mine is closed for good. Every time I hear my granddaughter's name, the stake in my heart is twisted a little more. We thought naming her after you, Bernie, got it. After you would be a more fitting tribute to your life. But for me, it is only a painful reminder of your death. I can feel the memory of you fading away. I can't take it no more. Our sins brought me too much pain to bear no longer. I hope I can see you soon, and God will forgive us. So this is, who is this? Dalty? I think this is the wife, maybe after she went looking for him. To find Dalty swinging here, and his thoughts on this page, I can't take it anymore. We love each other. The mine closing has just jumbled him up good. I'll be there soon, Dalty. Don't go too far down that tunnel just yet. I'm coming to catch your hand. Yeah, I think this was Margaret when she went to look for him. Wrote a second page and hung herself right next to him, leaving Catherine all by herself. And David's all dead. Sorry, didn't mean to get too close there. David's dead, which is her husband, right? So that means it's just Catherine and Bernice and Judy that are alive. Judy the killer and her daughter Catherine and her daughter Bernice. Everybody else is dead. I'm sure Magnus died of old age by then. Like super 120 years old? I don't think so. Not 120, definitely not. Maybe. Perhaps. Who knows? Let's just go ahead and get on to the next cabin. I'm interested to see where the story is going. Haven't really played a game with this much reading. Seriously, this is a lot of reading. My eyes are starting to blur so much I can't even read the sentences anymore. I'm trying to squint and see it. I don't know. Maybe that's part of the game to get you to focus closer on the screen, just so they can jump scare you when you least expect it. That would be interesting. We got 2 more cabins. I think we're at the very end of this. Got one right there and another over there. Maybe this is the final one. There's not much story left to explore. We just need to find the ending. I hope. Unless there's another path to the right. But we'll know soon enough. This looks like the very bottom, almost, of the cliff. I can't believe we really traveled this far. I remember looking though, like, oh, this is so far away. And now we're all the way over here. I mean, this is a huge, huge canyon. Oh, this is the entrance to the mine. Okay, I think we still have a little bit more left after this. Let me just look for some notes. See what else we can find. Here's one note. Pick it up. And there's usually 3 notes. It's a group of 3. So let me see if there's other notes hanging around in this building right here. Or is there any spirits in this building? I don't think so. 2 notes? There's usually 3 notes, so I think I'm missing a note. You can't put 3 notes everywhere and then just say, oh, there's 2 notes, right? So let me try to find... Oh. You died trying to escape the mine. Alright. Sorry. I'll probably figure out your story right now. Oh, there's the 3rd note inside this minecart. Okay, so now let's read these 3 notes from Catherine. Mama, Papa, and me sure do have a good life here in Erusal. I love my mama and papa. When I get big, I'll have a family just like this one, and I'll be happy forever too. I'll find a boy someday and be just like Papa. And I will be just like Mama. And the boys in school aren't like Papa though. Maybe they will get like him and they will grow up more and work in the mine. All of Papa's friends are miners. Maybe one of them has a son who I can marry one day. He will work in the mines all day to take care of me. And when he comes home, I will take care of him. That's how it works. 6 years later, I'm ready to settle down with a husband. But none of the miners are the right age for me. They are all too old. They got bad coughing fits too. Maybe marrying a miner is not what I should do. I guess I don't have to follow my parents exactly, but I can still end up happy like them. I've been looking elsewhere for a husband, and I think I found one in David, the mechanic's son. They do good, hands-on work too, just like the miners. I bet a life with David would be perfect. He would work hard to give me and our children the things we want. He just got to like me enough to marry him. I've seen the way he looks at me, and when he thinks I'm not looking, all I gotta do is make it easy for him. And 20 years later, pretty sure at this point, Burnett is 20 years old. Okay, Kathy has been good. Smiling a lot more. Her parents are both dead though. Okay. Why, David? Why can't you act the way you're supposed to? 20 long years together waiting for you to mature, and now I can see you'll never get there. You're just like Papa after all. In the end, he went and ruined everything because he couldn't just be happy taking care of Mama and me. Why can't you just be how you're supposed to? I work hard to take care of you, but all you do is go hunting or fishing and take walks without me. There has never been a less grateful husband in the world. Well, just like Papa, you could take your own life. I found some plants in the valley that will put you right to sleep quick, and you will never wake up again. I hope your dinner tonight. Hope you enjoy your dinner tonight, because that's going to be our last one. All I wanted was for things to stay like they were when I was young. First my Papa and Mama took themselves away, and now I can realize David can't be like he is supposed to. Why can't things just work out for me? Where's the man who will give me everything I deserve? I don't know, but it isn't David. Alright, so Judy killed Stuart, and their daughter, Catherine, killed David. So Judy and Catherine, mother and daughter, at this point, are both killers. That leaves Bernice, the granddaughter. Who knows? This is some twisted family killing off their husbands. Everybody killing themselves. Everybody's dying. What happened in this small little town? Why can't everybody just live happily and peacefully ever after? Why don't you just go fishing or hunting with him? Or, I mean, enjoy walks too? I don't know. Or plant something? Who knows? You don't have to kill everybody. I mean, the husbands, they're just trying to enjoy, you know, mechanics. Or fishing. Or hunting. You know, just, you know, enjoying their own thing. And you're like, no! You cannot enjoy anything! I'm going to kill you. Literally. There's something twisted about the people in this world. Killing! Just because they enjoy doing a little hobby of theirs. On some free time. You know. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. We got 2 killers now. I don't know what happens to Bernice. The really daughter of the Catherine and David. The granddaughter of Judy and Stuart. And the great-granddaughter of Magnus and whatever. So let's got 3 more notes. Okay, let's read these. Burnett. Hello, I am Burnett. I got this diary for my birthday and it's exciting. Hello, diary. I am 7 years old today. I'm going to tell you all my secrets, okay? But tomorrow, though, okay? Okay, good night, diary. Oh, so this is Bernice, the daughter. Just as a little kid. Alright. Oh, hey, diary, do you know who's in my family? This is 1 year later. Okay, so my mom, Catherine, sometimes call her Kathy, and her parents are Grandma Margaret and Grandpa Dahati. Huh? I don't know what's going on at this point now. Anyways, some people call Grandma Margaret Mars. My dad's name is David. His parents are Grandma Judy and Grandpa Stewart. Okay? I have only one grandparent. That's Grandma Judy's dad's Magnus. I like his name funny. Okay, that's my whole story. Bye! Now here we can focus on here and kind of get our characters a little bit clearer. David, Stewart, Judy, Grandpa, whatever. Judy's the killer, killed Stewart. Doherty killed himself because of his best friend died. And Margaret killed herself after Doherty died. And that, her grandparents, that leaves Kathy by herself. Catherine, as we just figured out, killed David. And that's this person's mother and father. Their parents, Judy, killed Stewart. And Magnus didn't really care and was trying to break up Judy and Stewart. Now let's go on to the final note over here. Hello, diary. Today I learned about where my name came from. Grandpa Doherty had a friend named Bernie who died a long time before I was born. That means I am named after a boy. Ew! I don't have a boy's name. Grandpa Doherty got super duper serious after he told me about it, though. Maybe I didn't like his friend or something. He didn't like his friend or something. I don't know why they would name me after him, though. No one else I know is named after a person who is not the same boy-girl thing. It's so super weird. Love, Burnett, to her diary. Okay. I guess that was just a clarifier story. Not really any new information. Besides the fact that, you know, Doherty talked to Bernice and she kept a diary. But it was Burnett. It's not Bernice, but they said it was Burnett. I don't know. Maybe Bernice is a short name for Burnett, even though it's both long. Maybe we should just call them Burns. Okay, Burns. What you doing today, Burns? Writing in your diary? Alright. Now let's see what happens, because their grandfather and grandma all kill each other. And... are you Bernice? Oh, you pushed me off the edge a while ago. Do you remember that? I remember that. I remember you killing me. Okay, let's not have that happen again. I'm gonna read these notes. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill. Oh, you're gone. All right. I don't know who that is yet. I'm thinking it's Bernice. I don't know who I am yet. Oh, another 3 from Bernice, 1982. This is around after her... was it her parents? Let me just clarify this for me. Doherty... yeah, after her grandparents killed themselves. But before? Let me see. Before her parents killed each other. Okay, after her grandparents killed themselves, but before that. Today was Grandma Marge and Grandpa's Daddy's wake. Huh. It's super sad what happened. I saw them on Friday and now I'll never see them again. It's not fair. They didn't have coffins open to see them. I thought that's how funerals were. But not for Grandpa and Grandma. I miss them already a lot. It's not all bad though because they were with God. So that means they're happy and peaceful. I love you, Grandma and Grandpa. Burnett. And this is actually like 5 years later. 8 years later after the first ones. Is it just me or is Grandma Judy acting really weird? She's never home when I stop by to say hello. How rude. She used to be there all the time to talk to me about stuff, and now she's always out somewhere. Apparently she's getting super into Great-Grandpa's Magnus's business. She's spending a lot of time with him and Brad. I thought Great-Grandpa Magnus was going to give him his business to Brad to handle, but maybe it's going to stay in the family with Grandma Judy? That would be pretty cool, I guess. Eventually I could run everything. Dad is doing his mechanic stuff, so maybe Grandma would give it right to me. I miss taking care of her, though. 2 years later. And what is this? 1986, 3/14. After her mom kills her dad. There's something really weird going on. We just got back from Daddy's funeral, and Mom isn't even crying. It's like she doesn't even realize that Dad is dead. What are we going to do? I'm almost 19 years old, and I'll never see my dad again. It's like she doesn't even care. Dad, I miss you so much. God will take care of you now. At least I can take solace in that. Grandpa Stewart will spend a lot of his time in the mechanic shop, and Grandma Judy hangs out with Great Magnus and Brad. So I don't know what I'll do. My family's always busy, busy, busy. I'll just hang out and read, I guess. Are you going to go through all those old notes and find everybody's old notes? Because I wouldn't do that. You'll find out everybody in this entire place has gone insane and hates each other and wants to kill each other. I mean, your grandparents haven't killed each other yet, but they're going to. Not each other. The grandma's going to kill your grandpa pretty soon. Got another house over here. More notes. 3 more notes. Hi. You're looking at me again, aren't you? I'm going to find out who you are soon enough, okay? And you're gone. Okay, let's see. Burnett. 1991, 3/13. Is this after her grandma killed her grandpa? 3/1? Yes. This is 2 days after her grandma killed her grandpa. Grandpa Stewart was buried today. I should have spent more time with him in his mechanic shop. Now the shop will close or become a junkyard. Is it usual for a young girl to lose everything in her life, the way I lost everyone in the mine? What is God's plan for my family? I know this Grandma Judy is crying, just as Mom was crying after Dad died. Surely that isn't a normal response. My books tell me that death is a sorrowful thing. To weep is to make less the depth of grief, Shakespeare said. What if Mom and Grandma don't feel any grief? That would explain the glaring omission of tears. But what would it even cause that? Both of them lost their husbands, and yet neither of them seemed to feel any grief. I must be missing something. 1 year and 2 days later. Diary. I still can't believe the contents of all the diaries I have found blatantly lying around. Oh, you went and read everything, didn't you? I started with going to see Grandma Judy's and finding her diary on the coffee table. The way she treated Grandpa Stewart is sickening. Then I found my own mother's diary. In all my studies, I have never found a pair of books so full of sin. At the family dinner tonight, it all ends for them. Oh, and Great-Grandpa Magnus and Brad as well. They are all guilty of heinous crimes. And as MLK Jr. said, the hottest place in hell is reserved for those who remain neutral in times of great moral conflict. God's plan for my family is all too clear now. The world is too good for them, and I will correct this moral conflict myself. I found the nearby herbs in the valley that Grandma and Mom talked about in their diaries. It will be quite the dramatic irony that they will both be killing themselves in the same way they made their husbands kill themselves. When all this is over, the cosmos will return to the proper ordered states. 1 day later. What a day of work I have had. 4 more lumps in the earth in the church graveyard, and now I have run out of the town. Everyone else left the mine closed down all those years ago, so I am used to the isolation. It is nice to have an entire town at my disposal. Even if it is empty, no one so much as visits anymore, so I will have the entire kingdom to myself, with the world once again balanced so I can live out my days in peace as a hermit keeping watch over my purged valley. Alright, so there we have it. Bernice found out everything, all the craziness that all these people had going through the life, these twisted family, and she killed them all. She's like, nope, you are not living on this earth anymore. You are dead. And so she did it. I want to try to see how old Bernice is. Really acting weird. So 1984, she was about 18. This is 8 years later, so she was about 26 when she killed everybody. 26, 27. And she went on to live her days. So if we add that, how many years did I say that this is afterwards? 24. That would make her about 50-ish, 51, around this time. 52? I don't know. Who knows exactly. Let's go around here. So I'm thinking, yes, a 52-year-old can push me off a cliff if I invaded their territory. So now everything makes sense. Everybody has died. We got 3 more notes. Hi, Bernice. I know I didn't do this before. I know I just left you staring at me. Wait, where'd you go? Huh. I was going to try to come and see you. But, what? Can I fit through the window? I can't fit through the window. There's no crouching. Alright. That's okay. I guess I'll just read your notes. That you're left for somebody. I mean, you're putting it in your diary. Eventually, you're going to reread it, or what happens with that? Okay, Burnett, unknown year, 1. Who knows? Well, diary, it certainly has been a while since I have leafed through your pages. I'm afraid without a need for it, I have lost track of the date. Instead of dating my entries, I will number them from now on. It's nice to find you again, like making contact with an old friend. It will be even nicer to pour my thoughts and feelings into you again. I forgot how refreshing it was. I feel relaxed already. Life alone is a little more lonely than I expected. I suppose that is why alone and lonely are very similar words, but I have no regrets. I am never truly alone in God's company. 35 days later. The bridge collapsed today, diary. Perhaps I could find another route to the church. I still like to spend some time there, although that was the church that we very first saw occasionally. In death, my family is closer than ever before. Their sins will not be forgotten. However, I have found all of their diaries. They were hidden away in secret nooks and alcoves no longer. I will spread their praises around the homes they used to inhabit, and in doing so, remind their haunting spirits of the misdeeds that sealed their fate. Surely everyone has some sin that could inspire a similar fate. Mine is the murder of my own family. If I can be corrupted like that, surely everyone has that fearful potential. And this is about, I don't know, 43 days later. 53 days later. Diary, we have an intruder today. I wonder what sins weigh down their soul. At the very least, they have torn up the sacred valley with their vehicle. Uh-huh. I alone begin the purger of sin, have the right to tread here. I will not allow this person to leave. Is that me? Am I the intruder? March 15th, 1992 was the last time someone left this valley. I'll bring him to the church and lay him down with the other sinners. Brad must be feeling quite lonely after all this time. He did not deserve a grave next to my family. He can have a company of this stranger. Oh God. I'm the intruder, aren't I? Hello, Bernays. I'm sorry to drive in your town. You know, I heard about what happened here all those years ago. I'm just an investigative reporter trying to unleash your story to the world. You know, it's just quite a simple story. Well, I mean, wouldn't you want to tell everybody what happened? That everybody in your family went crazy and eventually you went crazy and everybody died? Except for you. Maybe I have to kill you maybe that's how it ends. I kill Bernice, and that family is no more, and I am stuck here alone in the woods with an abandoned mine and abandoned houses and everything, all alone and lonely. How can you live out here with nothing for who knows how many years it's been? 24 years almost until I arrived. Oh, please stay away from me. Oh well, let's try to go and find, I guess, the next cabin. It should be around here, right? I don't know why there's so many houses along the trail. Is this how it really happens out in the wilderness? People just put houses. Oh, I'll put one right here. Oh, I'll put one somewhere else. Maybe. Their little families living there and they grow up. Live in the mine. There's really nothing out here though. Where do you guys get your food at? I'm assuming there's animals you can find to get your food that way. Well, I don't know. This is a long walk in the wilderness and I cannot wait to drink some water. After all, this is over. So I've been walking for a long time. I feel like I've been talking for a long time. I don't have a timer going on right now. I can't see any time. What is that? I don't know how long it's actually been. What is that? Why is there a string? And why is there a... What is that? An ATV? Didn't somebody like ATVs a while ago? Oh! No, no, no! Can't move! I can't move! I can't move! No! No! Oh god, start right here. Okay. Go, 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 go! Oh, I don't know. Run, 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 run. Why are you coming after me, Bernice? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't do it. String? String? String nothing. Nothing string. String nothing. Oh god, what the heck? You're really creepy. Coming out with your arms wide. I don't know why there's an ATV. I'm just gonna run through this thing. I don't know what it does. I don't know what it does. What did it do? It doesn't do anything. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe you plan on me riding that ATV and then driving it through the string and then slicing me in half or something like that? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on running, okay? Oh god. We run at about the same pace. So I think it'll be okay if I just keep on going forward. Oh, my car! My car that I drove here with! Oh, bye, Bernice! You crazy person. You have certainly gone crazy. You could have been nice, you know. You could have just killed your family and been like, okay, the world is at peace. Everything is in order. And, well, weird music. And not doing anything else. Not upset. Everything. Congratulations. You have made it here in your car. You escaped Erusal, but you have to find all. Oh, you're not chasing me anymore. Whew. But have you found all the notes? There are 36 to find. I'm pretty sure I found all the notes. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Yes, I found all the notes, and there you have it. The end of the game. I made it to my car. We're out of here. We're gonna live, and we're gonna escape. So, credits are that way, I guess. So that was Erusal. A largely all story-based game. It did have a little creepiness and a little bit of scares there, but I did enjoy it. It was a lot of reading. My eyes started getting blurry. My mouth is really dry. Oh, I can't wait to start getting a drink. I don't like drinking on camera. I think it looks a little weird, so I'm not gonna actually ever do that. But I like the game. It's a long story. It's an in-depth story. It has a lot of stuff that happens. Here's the credits in case anybody's interested in that. But yeah, a very fun game. Really big game. With a lot to do. I don't think there's anything else. There's just this tunnel. Okay. Yeah. So, thanks so much for watching. Leaks4 out. Come on, Fast and Foxy. Nobody likes you. I see. Come on. Keep that charge. Check the left camera. Check the breaker. There goes the head. What? Oh! Whoa! Oh! Whoa! 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 Okay.